Have you ever felt it? That subtle electric hum in a room, a connection sparking without a single word being exchanged? We navigate a world brimming with spoken language, yet beneath the surface, a far older, richer dialogue unfolds. It's the language of glances, gestures, and the quiet dance of human presence. We yearn to be seen, truly seen, for who we are, and just as deeply we yearn to understand others, to pierce through the polite veneer and grasp the unspoken truth. But how often do we miss it? How often do we stand on the precipice of understanding, only to stumble because we're waiting for words that may never come, or may not even be necessary? What if the most profound messages are whispered not by lips, but by the subtle poetry of the body, the silent declarations of the soul?
Life's most beautiful connections often blossom in the fertile ground of the unsaid. We are taught to listen to words, to interpret sentences, but human interaction is an intricate symphony where words are just one instrument. There's a whole orchestra playing beneath, a delicate, complex interplay of signals that speak volumes about our true feelings, our desires, our very essence. When a woman is drawn to you, when her spirit finds a resonance with yours, she doesn't always broadcast it with grand pronouncements. Sometimes the most powerful indications of her interest are etched in the quiet art of her being, in gestures so subtle they might escape the hurried glance, but so profound they can illuminate the path to a deeper connection. These are not tricks or maneuvers, but organic expressions of her inner landscape, the gentle unfurling of her authentic self in your presence. To truly see them is to cultivate a rare and precious form of empathy, a willingness to slow down, to observe, to feel the unspoken currents that bind us. It's about learning to read the delicate script of the human heart, written not in ink, but in the shimmering space between two souls. The first, and perhaps most captivating sign, is the lingering gaze. It's more than just a glance, more than a fleeting moment of eye contact. This is an invitation, a silent question, a window into her curiosity. It's when her eyes meet yours, and instead of immediately darting away, they hold just a fraction of a second longer than politeness dictates. In that sustained gaze, a universe can unfold. It speaks of a genuine interest in you, not just your words, but the person behind them. It's an act of vulnerability, an offering of her attention, suggesting a desire to truly see and be seen. She might look away briefly, only to find her eyes drawn back to yours moments later, a subtle magnetism at play. This isn't a challenge, it's an open door, a quiet acknowledgement that something about you has captured her focus, beckoning her to explore further. It's an almost primal form of communication, saying without sound, I am here and I am present with you. Then there is the open door of her body language. When someone is genuinely interested, their physical posture unconsciously shifts to reflect an openness, an invitation. She will orient her body towards you, her shoulders, her torso, her feet all subtly pointing in your direction, creating an invisible line of connection. Her arms will be uncrossed, her hands relaxed, perhaps gesturing as she speaks, but never creating a barrier. She might lean in slightly when you speak, minimizing the physical space between you, a silent declaration that she wants to absorb every word, every nuance. This isn't just about comfort, it's about a fundamental receptivity, an absence of defensiveness. Her body is saying, I am open to you, I welcome your presence, I am not trying to hold anything back. It's an act of making herself available, both physically and emotionally, signaling a profound willingness to engage and connect on a deeper level. Consider too the subtle art of mirroring. This is an almost unconscious dance, a profound and ancient form of connection. When she feels a genuine rapport, she might subtly begin to mimic your posture, your gestures, even the rhythm of your speech. If you lean back, she might too. If you rest your hand on your chin, you might notice her doing something similar moments later. This isn't a deliberate act of imitation, it's an empathetic response, a deep subconscious alignment that signifies, I am with you, I understand you, I feel what you feel. It's a primal expression of social bonding, a way for our brains to tell us that we are safe, that we belong. When you observe this mirroring, you are witnessing an unconscious affirmation of kinship, a delicate echo of your own presence reflected back, signaling a profound, unspoken acceptance and resonance between you. It speaks to a comfort and connection that words alone often struggle to convey. Observe the smile that reaches her eyes. A polite smile can be a mask, a social nicety, but a genuine smile, one born of authentic joy or comfort in your presence, transforms her entire face. Her eyes crinkle at the corners, radiating warmth and light, and a true sense of happiness illuminates her features. This isn't just about showing teeth, it's about a light sparking from within, an unfiltered expression of pleasure that ripples through her very being. When she smiles this way at something you say, or simply at the sight of you, it's a profound indicator that you bring her genuine joy, that your presence is a source of happiness. It's a vulnerable and beautiful revelation, an open invitation to share in that lightness, and it speaks volumes about the comfort and positive emotions she associates with being in your company. This smile isn't for show, it's a window into her authentic delight. Then there's the quiet courage of the incidental touch, a hand brushing your arm as she laughs, a gentle nudge of her knee under the table, a brief touch on your back as she passes. These are not aggressive or overtly flirtatious gestures, but subtle explorations, tiny tests of the unspoken boundaries between two people. These accidental, fleeting contacts are powerful indicators of a desire for greater proximity, an urge to dissolve the invisible wall that separates individuals. It's an attempt to gauge your reaction, to see if the connection she feels is reciprocated on a physical plane, however subtly. Such touches are often accompanied by a fleeting glance, a quick check for your response. They speak of a yearning for connection, a desire to bridge the physical gap, and a gentle invitation for a deeper level of intimacy. It's a delicate dance, often performed with an almost imperceptible grace, revealing a longing that goes beyond mere conversation. Pay attention to the act of subtle preening. This isn't vanity, but an instinctive, almost unconscious display of wanting to be perceived favorably in your eyes. It might be a quick adjustment of her hair, a smoothing of her clothes, a subtle realignment of her jewelry, or a gentle tilt of her head. These are small, involuntary acts of self-presentation, an unconscious effort to highlight her best features, to ensure she looks her most appealing. It's a biological imperative, a silent declaration that your opinion of her matters, that she wishes to present her most radiant self for your consideration. This isn't about superficiality, it's a deep-seated desire for approval and admiration from someone whose attention she values. It speaks to a conscious awareness of your presence and a wish to create a favorable impression, revealing that she is invested in how you see her. Consider too the compelling draw of proximity and closing the distance. This manifests as an almost gravitational pull towards your space. She might find reasons to be near you, choosing a seat closer than necessary, lingering by your side during a conversation, or subtly reducing the physical gap between you in a group setting. This isn't an intrusion, but an unspoken desire to lessen the physical separation, to diminish the psychological distance. It's a clear indication that she feels comfortable and drawn to your presence, a silent invitation for a deeper connection. When she consistently chooses to be closer to you, when her movements subtly guide her into your orbit, it speaks volumes about the warmth and security she feels in your company, and a desire to foster a more intimate bond. This closing of space is a powerful, non-verbal declaration of her attraction and comfort. Finally, there is the profound gift of active listening and engaged presence. This goes beyond merely hearing your words. It's about truly listening, absorbing, and participating in your narrative. Her eyes will be fixed on yours, her head might nod in understanding, her expression will mirror the emotions in your story. She'll ask follow-up questions, genuinely curious, demonstrating that she's not just waiting for her turn to speak, but is deeply invested in what you are sharing. She might remember small details you mentioned in a previous conversation, bringing them up later, showing that she truly absorbed your words and valued your thoughts. This is an intellectual and emotional investment, a silent declaration that your thoughts, your experiences, your very being are important to her. It speaks to a deep respect and a desire to understand your inner world, signaling that she values your mind and spirit as much as your presence. This form of listening is a rare and precious gift, a profound sign of genuine interest and connection. These 8 silent languages are not isolated gestures, but threads in a rich tapestry, woven together by the unspoken currents of human connection. To truly perceive them is to slow down, to breathe, to cultivate a profound sense of presence and empathy. It's about understanding that human interaction is a delicate ballet, where every subtle shift, every lingering glance, every quiet gesture carries immense weight. The beauty of these silent declarations lies in their authenticity. They are often unconscious, raw expressions of a heart drawn to another. They are whispers of vulnerability, subtle invitations to a deeper bond, proof that beneath the surface of spoken words, an entire universe of emotion and intention is constantly unfolding. When you begin to recognize these subtle cues, you don't just see a person, you glimpse her soul. You begin to understand the complex, beautiful dance of human connection, not as a performance, but as a genuine yearning for belonging, for understanding, for the profound joy of truly seeing and being seen. It invites you to step beyond mere conversation and into the realm of true communion, where the most meaningful stories are often told without a single word. So, perhaps the next time you find yourself wondering, lean in, not just with your ears, but with your heart, and allow yourself to witness the magnificent, silent poetry of human connection.